Tonight, it's hard to imagine anyone worse. After less than 2 months in power, Democrats in Virginia have adopted sanctuary state policies, rejoined a regional Green New Deal coalition, tried to ban guns, still working on that one, raised the minimum wage to New York and California levels. They've also proposed rent control and dozens of tax increases, including a yearly property tax on lawnmowers. Now, they are trying to redraw the state's congressional map to eliminate all but one Republican, a redraw that goes against the wishes of the voters, by the way. And under Spanberger's leadership, they are also trying to ban gas-powered leaf blowers, and that's the person that they want representing them on Tuesday night. Here now with reaction is elections correspondent at the Federalist, Brianna Lyman. As always, such a delight to see you. So Abigail Spanberger inherited a $2 billion surplus from the former Republican governor. And the first thing that they're going to do is raise taxes, take people's guns, and rig the election.
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
I mean, I think choosing Abigail is a tell in and of itself, because to your point, this is someone who is a progressive foot soldier as AOC, as Bernie Sanders, and yet she ran as a moderate and a centrist. And the reason she did that is because she understands, much like Democrats in choosing her, that their progressive politics are so politically toxic that nobody wants to buy that. So you have to cosplay as a moderate. And that's why they chose her, because she ran that playbook in November and won on it, and they need her to do that again on Tuesday.
So you would think that then they might actually try to listen to the Abigail Spanberger that ran a campaign and won, right, and say, okay, well, maybe if we did this, we could get into power and we could win elections. But that's not, and it's also very clear that they are kind of grooming her with the idea that in 2028 she might be a working chip and all that.
You know, I'm happy you brought up 2028 because I found it to be interesting, because I don't think of her as a top contender for 2028. I think of someone like Andy Beshear, Josh Shapiro, someone like Gavin Newsom with name recognition. But you know why they didn't, or maybe, do you know why they couldn't choose one of those people? Because there's so much internal fracture in the Democratic Party. They don't know, do we want to double down on the far left progressive policies, or do we want to reclaim our party from those far left progressives? They don't know. Abigail Spanberger is a safe choice because she allows Democrats to buy time by cosplaying as a moderate, getting up there, and they can figure out in the meantime, do we like this route that she's putting us on publicly, or do we want to just lean into the progressiveness?
Yeah, so, I mean, it is sort of interesting. You've also got this just astronomical leak, sewage leak in Northern Virginia that is, of course, spilling into the Potomac River, and nary a peep out of Virginia, the Democrats that control every lever of power in Virginia.
Right, and these are the same Democrats that love climate, they love the environment, they care about climate change so much, but as soon as it's in their backyard, they're like, it doesn't really matter to us, because they only do it for political votes. They don't actually care about saving the climate.
Yeah, and I think it's really important to remember that, of course, all of this is going down in the nation's capital, where you have the EPA and all the federal agencies that go and will fine a farmer out in the country tens of thousands of dollars.
But not their own.
But not exactly. Brianna Lyman, as always, great to see you.